So they took Kanye's bank from him, or Ye. Ye? Is it Ye or Ye? Ye. Yeah, it's Ye. They took his bank from him, and now today I see he's being sued by George Floyd's family, and everybody's like, yeah, they're having them do it because so they can hide behind it. It's like, no, I think this whole thing is theater. As always, like all this shit's theater. But it was a tricky one because they've never done this before. Like, tried to let up steam on themselves. And the Jews, or the people who are calling themselves Jews, they're not actually Jews. The Khazars. They've never kind of did this before where they let the spotlight even get over to them slightly. They usually have a lot of barriers. So it's kind of a risky game they're playing because normies will be red-pilled about this stuff, and they already are being red-pilled about this stuff. I mean, especially followers of his. But as of right now, I still think this is all a planned thing. This is all theater. And the Floyd thing, maybe it's just to what they want to do, right? They want to do the same thing they did to Alex Jones, right? They want people to stop talking about something. In this case, it's the JQ. In Alex's case, it was the school thing. They want people to not talk about it because they, saw that people were talking about it and was gathering some kind of speed and momentum. And the JQ's always like that too. It's always like people are always talking about it right under the surface, but it's not like, ever been real crazy. So what they did with Alex basically is they fake charged him on behalf of fake people, and then they fake sued him, and he had to pay a bunch of fake money because he's their guy. He's their dude. They're not. No one's in trouble, for what he did. They couldn't do that to a private citizen. I mean, they could, but it would be difficult because in a court where people are watching, they'd have to prove that the parents were of this, the fake parents were aggrieved in some way. So they, they couldn't do that because they don't have the evidence that shows that they were, because how could they? It was all fake. The whole thing was staged, right? How you doing, man? So, so they have one of their own get in trouble for it. And he's, has this crazy judgment against him. And just this morning when I was looking at what people are saying what they're saying about the Kanye thing, like, yeah, look what someone chimed in with, look what happened to Alex Jones, blah, blah, blah. And that's why they did that. So people can say, look what happened to Alex Jones. You better not talk about this, That's all it is. So this is the same thing. But it has been a bit tricky because it's like, first of all, it's a weird move for them. They would rather have anything being discussed unless they felt like they couldn't avoid it anymore and they wanted to. So what they'll do is they'll let off the pressure. Like, even if it's a case of like, all right, you got us. Now all the banking Jews are going to jail. Yay! Everybody happy? And then they just go back to doing what they're doing. Or even, I thought of this possibly too, they let people rise up against the, air quotes, Jews. And then maybe someone can come in and deliver them from this system that they had in place and be like, oh yeah, those guys were always bad. They were ruining everything and running all this stuff. But I'm going to leave you out of it. Like an Antichrist figure. Because the thing about the Antichrist, like, he has to deliver people from something. I thought that a couple different times when COVID was happening. Like, is this where we get the hero? The soft-handed piano-playing music teacher hero that comes in like, all right, We're going to deliver you people from this madness. Or is it like a case of, all right, well, the system has always been corrupt. You know, you guys, you figured it out. It's those damn Jews. I'm going to get rid of them and lead you into a new world where we don't have to deal with them. And of course, they'll still be around, you know. It's going to be something like that, too. They're playing some kind of game. None of this is organic. It's a pretty good one. Because usually I can point things out and go, well, that's that and that's, and I just see it. It's just simple. It's right there. But this one's kind of weird. Just because they've never done something like this before. Like, let the spotlight get on them. So if they're letting the spotlight get on them, do they plan to, like, air quotes, lose power? I guess I'll be air quoting here. I'm like fucking stuttering John. Do they plan to lose? And if that's the case, then maybe it is like an Antichrist thing. Like they're bringing in some guy who's, you know, going to save everybody from the system you're in. And yes, they were ripping you off. And yes, they were evil. Although not mentioning any of the satanic ties that they have. I just watched this video. What was it? I don't know. I'll put it up there. I'll put a link to it up there. And I really will this time. It was like a World's Fair of some kind. And each ethnic background would get to have their day. Where they would celebrate their religions and stuff like that. And I want to say it was in the 40s or the 30s. And on Jewish Day, they had a giant Moloch statue on a float, like with the fire coming out, just like the meme. Like it looks just like, well, not the meme, the old, you know, the old depictions of Moloch. They wheeled him out and they were worshiping him. I mean, there's Satan worship going on there. And I'm watching and I'm thinking, you know, lately I've been talking a lot about how, you know, it's not the whole group. It's only people within that group. I have friends that, you know, have nothing to do with it. But then I'm like looking at it and, you know, everything starts coming back, like their whole religion. How do you not know that? How do you not know you worship, like your people worship the fucking devil? Like how does that work? You know, their parents might have mentioned it to them. I mean, do they really not know? Or am I just trying to cope? It could be like I'm having one of those, like, I'm in that denial phase, you know? Not my friends wouldn't do that. You know, they're not going to dip twice in the matzah made of goyim blood. And I'm like, they're not doing that, are they? You know, my friends aren't doing that. I don't know, though. I mean, it's only been in more recent times where they've kind of backed off the Satan thing openly. But yeah, it was a reminder that there was a time where they were just like, yes, give your babies to our God, Moloch. He's our guy. Just weird. So yeah, I'm still watching this thing, and I know it's a work. It's just a strange work. It's some kind of, it's a dangerous chess game they're playing unless they intend to step away from power. You know, fake step away from power. That could be it. I don't know. It's interesting, though. I gotta go see if there's any new Batman toys at Ross, because, you know, I got priorities. I got important things to do. 333. Angel number. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.